as of right now, the extension deadline has come and gone for franchise tag players for the Minnesota Vikings as well as Anthony Harris. They didn't work out a long-term deal, so now the 29-year-old safety will play the 2020 season on his franchise tag, $11.441 million this year. Now, even though it's not the long-term deal that Harris and his agency wanted, for sure, it's still a nice windfall for the former UDFA out of Virginia. It nearly doubles his $5.33 million in career earnings and is fully guaranteed. And also, it allows him to free agency next year, get paid by the Vikings. Probably unlikely at this point, or test the market, even though he will be age 30. And he'll be the first Viking to play on the tag since tight end fullback / legend / Paul Bunyan, Jim Kleinsasser in 2003. Chad Greenway was tagged, legendary linebacker Chad Greenway was tagged in 2011, but then he signed a 5-year extension before the season started. So technically he didn't play on it, right? Anthony Harris, who said just turned 29 years old in June. He's been the best covered safety in the NFL for the past 2 years. For our money, best free safety in the league. Tied for the league lead last year in interceptions with 6. And has just been a beautiful ball hawk on the back end of that defense. Just been phenomenal, right? The Vikings and Harris, who had been talking right up to the deadline, just couldn't come to an agreement. And like we've talked about for the last couple of weeks, it makes sense. I understand why the Vikings would be hesitant of setting the market with Anthony Harris, giving him the $14 million per year, which is top end safety money. I mean, if Harris was 25 years old, you roll back the odometer a little bit, I think this would be no doubt slam dunk. You look at the Landon Collins, the Eddie Jacksons, the Kevin Byards of the world, it would make sense. But age is a factor at this point, and it's something that we've been hammering ad nauseum when the Vikings are taking older draft picks like, say, Jeff Gladney, who's going to be 24 this season. There's a big difference between being 29 years old at the end of a 4-year extension for the team as versus being 33 at the end of it. It just is what it is. And I think it's also unlikely the Vikings and Harris will get it back together after the 2021 season, because the Vikings and Harris are basically in the same spot just a year later. Even if Harris continues to play at a high level, I think the chances for a long-term deal with Harris and the Vikings are still pretty slim, with him being 30 years of age. And also, if he's tagged again, he'll be guaranteed a 20% raise on the $11.441 million at minimum. So unlikely seeing that happen. But with Anthony Harris and Harrison Smith, the Vikings do have the best safety in the duo. And both Harris and Harrison, the Vikings do have the best safety duo in the NFL, right? Meow. But enjoy it while it lasts, because Harris potentially could be gone after the 2021 season. Actually, would think that he would be the betting favorite. Harrison is 31, has 2 non-guaranteed seasons remaining on his deal. Harrison definitely deserves some freshening up on that deal. We'll see if the Vikings and Harris can come to some sort of agreement. Maybe Harris looks at the market next year when he's another year older, and he's like, all right, so we'll settle for a 2 or 3 year deal, maybe slightly below market. Maybe the Vikings would go for that, keep the band together for a couple of seasons on the back end of that defense. It's possible, but I don't know. I think as of right now, if I was a betting man, which I certainly am, probably wager Anthony Harris leaving a free agency after the franchise tag is done this season. Vikings getting a 2022 compensatory pick, either a 3rd or 4th round pick, once Anthony Harris signs for some decent money somewhere else. So we'll see. But yeah, enjoy the season while we got it. The back end of that defense is going to be extremely important, especially with so many young cornerbacks. And Anthony Harris on the Vikings, unless they trade him. Still possible. But your thoughts? Anthony Harris not getting long-term deal done from with the Vikings at the deadline. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us up on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.